What's happening, everybody? Welcome back to Mental Groove. Yeah, it's been a minute. But we are back, locked in, and ready for another Kevin Samuels classic. This one right here might shake the room. Let's get into it.
Hello.
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 Hi.
Hey,
Can you hear
I
me?
can.
How are you doing?
I am well.
Well, my name is Lisa. I've been watching you for the last couple days, and you have really shooken up my whole situation. I'll give you my demographics. I'm 5'6" and like 3/4. I'm 170 and working out.
Okay.
My question to you is I'm 25 years old. I just moved to Houston not too long ago. And I just wanted to know what advice can you give me? Because I don't want to be like the angry Black woman you talk about. I'm actually African,
Okay.
but I was born in the Bronx. So
Oh, the
I'm all about,
Bronx.
yes,
Oh,
that's where all the immigrants go. That's where all the
wow.
immigrants go when they first
So
come.
let me
So I
let,
was born in the Bronx.
so so
Yeah.
let's start with the ground zero stuff. What do you want to have happen in your life? Do you want to be married?
I do want to be married. Yes, that's why I moved from Philadelphia to Houston because
Oh,
Philadelphia it is a big city, but it's just I wasn't
Jesus
really.
Christ.
Yes,
Did you say the Bronx in Philadelphia? All in
I
one?
was
Oh.
born in the Bronx, raised in Philadelphia, and now I live in Houston. I know I'm all over the place.
Let me just tell you right now. uh, You have two of the three worst cities to be from a woman. The only city that's top of that is Chicago. Chicago, Philly, the Bronx. Chicago, Philly, and then the Bronx and Newark are tied. Shout out to Minister Jap. I told you, Philly and the Bronx ain't no joke. Okay, but let's back up. You want to be
Okay.
married? Did you
Yes,
did you go
sir.
to college?
Yes,
What'd you go to
sir.
college for?
Public health.
Cool. So nothing. And you said you're 5'6", 170,
5'6".
five, almost
Mm-hmm.
5'7". Okay. Okay.
Yes,
So do you want to be a stay-at-home wife or do you want to work?
I want to be stay at home.
All righty then. Um. Well, first things first. Obviously, you heard me say you're gonna have to drop 50 pounds.
Okay,
50, like yesterday, because the average guy. So if you want to, how many children do you want to have?
maybe two.
Two. Let's
Mm-hmm.
think about this. I was an only child. Don't do that to a kid. Two. When most people do two, they want you want two or do you want three?
I really want to because childbirth is kind of scary for me. But if my husband wants three, I'll
Well,
have
if you
three.
stand at
But I want
home, well,
like
if you stand at home for Blake or Blue, you gonna be having kids as part of the deal. I mean, they have
okay,
epidurals and things like. I mean, your body's built for this.
yeah,
I mean, two kids,
yeah.
most 2.3 kids is the norm. So I automatically tack three kids onto a woman because two. Um, Also spacing issues. All right. So you want children? You're living in Houston. Public health.
Hmm.
Were your mother and father married?
They are married, have been for 23 years.
And do you have any siblings?
Yes,
Brothers,
older
older
brother,
brother,
older sister.
older brother, and older
Hmm.
sister.
Yes, sir.
Is your sister married?
Yes, sir.
You don't have to call me sir. Uh,
Okay,
how long has she been
I'm
married? How long
sorry.
has she been married?
Um, she's been married for about 3 years. She married a Caucasian guy.
Okay, and your brother is he married?
He married a Jamaican girl.
Okay, so you come from a marrying family.
Yes.
All right. What took you to Houston?
So I graduated school and I gave it a year and I came to visit Houston and I'd never seen so many Black successful people in my life.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, I know I need to be here. I actually, when I came down here, I did go to Lakewood, Joel Osteen's
Mm-hmm.
church. I actually met him. He's a very nice
Mm-hmm.
guy. I went to like the River Oaks area and I was just so shocked because
So you went there for
I
successful
didn't
Black folks.
realize that it was so many, pretty
Okay.
much. Yeah.
All right. So the net of it, the first thing is in Houston. I lived there for 6, 7 years. The you got to get active. I mean, you got to drop the weight because That's a big deal because if you want children, you're going to put on baby weight. And if the weight you're at right now, if you don't drop the weight, you're going to be looking to being around 200 pounds.
Hmm.
Yeah. I mean,
So,
20 to 30 pounds,
so
20,
let
hold on,
me.
20 to 30,
I
hold on,
actually
20 to 30 pounds for the first kid, anywhere from 25 to 40 for the second one. Go ahead.
Oh no, I was just gonna say I agree with you. I actually, prior to coming to Houston, I actually weighed like 200 pounds. So I lost 30 pounds in the last
So,
3 months. So I've been
so, I,
very aggressive with
so I got
it.
to ask you,
So
how did you get to be this size?
I'm actually kind of thick. I don't know if you would call it the sea booty, but my whole family, we're African, so all of our like waist and butts are like
Mm,
really big. So my weight was never in my stomach. I was just like
mm.
bottom heavy.
Well,
So I didn't really notice it was an issue until I got out of college because I never really had issues. Like I have dated high quality men and I've been in like long term relationships, but I didn't realize like for the type of man that I specifically want, that's when I started realizing that I did need to
so what
lose
size
more
dress do
weight.
you wear?
I actually wear a size 6. I have like a 20, my waist is like 20, 24 and a half. My hips are like 46 and my bust is like a 32.
Okay. Okay. All right. Well, all that being into consideration, your husband, in order to make the kind of money he's gonna have to make to sit you down and you never work another lick, you gotta stay in shape. You cannot. There's no. I just took my eye off the ball. I wasn't paying attention. We from Africa. I got a sea booty. None of that shit flies. None of it. Because all I'm hearing is. That's all I'm hearing. I'm hearing you just the dude that you was dealing with just like where the fat landed. Because
No,
that's
that's
all it really comes down to. Because there is no place in the world where women are that. Let me just go ahead and hit you. Are you ready? Brace,
I'm ready.
just brace a little bit. Brace a little bit.
Okay.
In 1960, the average man in America was 5'10" and weighed 165 pounds. The average female was 5'4" and 125 pounds. In 2010, the average man in America was still 5'10" and 168 pounds. He moved 3 pounds. The average female was 5'4", 166 pounds. The average woman moved 40, almost 46 pounds. Black women were almost 25 pounds heavier than that. The average black woman weighs more than her height counterpart. Meaning, at 5'7", you weigh more than most 5'7" men. There is nothing on the planet, no geography, no nothing, that would allow that to evolve for the female of the species. You understand what I just said?
Yes, and I also wanted to. I have so the issue is that my parents are telling me I'm getting too small, and they want to hook me up with somebody in a year if I don't get married. But I don't want that because it's like going to be like a traditional African thing, and I was raised in America, so it's just kind of like I don't really want to go through that whole process. So I really do want to lose the weight and like meet someone who's like
Okay,
who has been here and kind of.
so if your family were to put you in an arranged situation, would that come with
Yes, my dad.
a dowry?
Yes.
Okay, so let's back up. Let's back up. Why would you be opposed to that? Talk to me.
Okay, so pretty much how the I'm Liberian, so it's every African country is
Right.
different. So I would have to go to Africa for like 2 to 3 years,
Okay.
meet the person. They wouldn't like kind of get them culturally acclimated to like the American culture and stuff like that. Be going back and forth from like Africa to America, and have my husband possibly live out the country for 6 months out of the year. And I just personally would, for me, I've dated like African guys, but I've been in relationships with like Black American guys, and I think that I'm more compatible with that. And even
Let me
other
stop.
races
Let me
be
stop.
like
Let me stop you right here. So, what I've heard you say is the traditional path comes with familial blessings and resources, right?
Yes.
And in order to acquire that, you have to put some effort in to actually go over to the continent, interact with your husband, probably get him cultured to this country, spend some time living over there, but it's all in less than a 3-year process, right?
Yes.
Okay. And by which time you would be at, okay. But to this point, you're 20, how old?
25.
25. And in 25 years, have you ever been engaged?
I have been engaged.
Somebody dropped to one knee in public and proposed to you?
Yes, sir. My college boyfriend.
Okay. And why didn't you guys get married?
Because he didn't have a promising career, and he wasn't as, I've always been very ambitious. So for him, he was kind of more content with just like working at like a call center and just like us living with his parents. And I couldn't bring him home to my parents because they don't like approve that type of stuff.
Did you accept or deny the proposal?
I said no.
And was the relationship over then?
Yes, we talked a little bit afterwards, but we didn't get back together after that.
Valid reason. I can appreciate the fact that you may feel you may have some emotions or feelings tied up with the westernized love kind of thing. But I'm gonna just tell you, high value marriages don't work that way. Love comes later. I'm just gonna be honest. Love comes later. And if you come from a family with strong marital ties, your family does not strike me as the kind of family that would pick somebody who would be a poor match for their daughter. What I'm hearing is you as the woman, you as the daughter, weren't necessarily the best picker of men because you picked the guy with the call center stuff. Right?
Yes.
Right. So I'm hearing a lot of Western stuff coming through, which may make you may feel good to your ego, but the outcomes aren't that good for that stuff. And all things being equal, you said your family wants to hook you up in a year, and so you want to try to lose the weight to do it on your own.
So no, my dad told me by the time I turned 26, he said he'll give me till 26. Right. So that's like the timeline I'm on. Okay, yes. But if I'm not like,
but the thing is that you want to lose the weight so you can find your own husband, more or less.
Yes,
I get it.
Yes,
I get it. But I got to give you some reality. Just because you lose the weight does not mean you're gonna find a husband. That just means you're still gonna be the same person out here picking. How many boyfriends have you had in your life?
I've had about 4 serious relationships.
Since what age?
Since about 16 years old.
Have you been sexually active with all 4?
Yes.
Okay. So again, downsides with that. The more men you're active with, the harder it becomes to pair bond. I would just say this. Sound like you have a workable family situation. Sound like it just doesn't line up with what you envisioned or what you wanted to have for yourself. There are women who would kill to have your position, and you're possibly scrapping it to try to go your own route, go your own way. And I'm going to tell you, here's what you got going your own way. Houston is notorious for men who love to finesse. And you may be, I don't know how astute you are, but you've been there for how long? A year?
About 8 months.
You're looking like a whole snack out in Houston right about now. You're looking like a whole snack for the average. You're in Houston, unprotected, with a big old booty, walking around with a bunch of finesses. I'm like, no, man, you about to get with your 30, 46-inch waist, little bitty hip, boob, man. You just look like, no, I'm telling you, man, you looking like a whole snack. You need to listen to what Dad and them say. How about this? Drop the weight to do it because that's what you need to do, and
No, I
be a
agree.
better match for whatever situation your family can help you with. I mean, you grew up in. I don't know why you want to throw that away when you have so many black women who want that. Have you heard black women say they wish they had a father and come from a marital family?
No, I don't want to throw it away. I just don't want to work. And that's the thing. Both my brother and my sister, they're in that kind of like 50-50 type of thing. And it's not
Oh, okay.
100%
Well, let me. Okay,
guaranteed
okay.
that
I
I
get.
won't be working
Okay,
forever.
I got it. I got it. You don't
Yeah.
want to work, so let me ask you this: does your mother work?
My mother does
Okay,
work,
so
but she didn't for a long
well, when
time.
she had babies at home,
No, she didn't work when we were in school
right?
and stuff like that. She started
Because
working
she had
later
a
on.
reason to not. So let me ask you: no heat, no judgment. Why is it that you feel like you shouldn't have to work?
Because I want to be the type of mom and a wife. Like that's something that I've always dreamed about, just like being an ultimate homemaker, maybe having a couple businesses on the
I get
side.
it, but you don't have the kid. Hold on, you
But
don't have the kid yet.
yes.
So when I said, do you want to work before the children are here?
Yeah, I don't. So here's my thing, Kevin. Like, it's not that I don't mind working up until that, but what I've seen, like, even with like my sister's marriage, I've noticed that it's kind of hard to set those standards once you're already in the
Well,
marriage. You know
let's
what I'm
stop
saying?
comparing to your sister and brother.
Okay.
That's a dangerous thing to do. You got to worry about you, because your sister got married at what
Yes.
age? And she
31.
married a white guy.
Yes.
We can't do this comparison thing. What you got to ask yourself is, am I at 25 years old? Do I have a high enough S&V to command a man that can actually not afford to have me work ever? So let's look at that. Um, did you watch my show on So You Want to Be Married? Do you have what it takes? 3 children in Houston. I'm assuming you want to live in a suburb. Okay, I'm
Yes.
assuming you want to drive a nice car. You don't want a Honda. You don't want a Honda
Yes.
Civic. No,
No.
no. Listen, so be real. You want to ride in something foreign.
It doesn't have to be foreign. Maybe like a Grand Cherokee. I'm okay with that.
Still 30,000 plus.
Yeah.
Right. And I'm assuming you probably don't want to shop at Target. Don't
For
bullshit me. I'm talking about the clothes on your. Don't play
okay.
with me. Just talk to me.
Oh, okay. I didn't know. I'm
Talking about for
sorry.
clothes
No,
on
I
your
don't.
back.
No, I don't.
No, you want to be shopping at the Galleria.
I love the Galleria.
Exactly. So what you want is you want a man who is making $300,000 or more to be able to afford you and 3 kids in the suburbs, driving a Cherokee or better, being able to go to the Galleria. I'm assuming you probably want to travel, not to Disneyland, out of the country. You want the kids to go to college? You want to be able to pay for that. You want the kids to have cars at 16 years old. You want a college fund. You want retirement. You want 401k. Matter of fact, you want enough mad money to where you can actually run a business or two out of the home. But you don't want that money to actually have to pay for anything. You want your husband to carry all that load, and your money is extra. Extra that needs to go on top of everything else after the 401k and the retirement and everything else is set. Your money is extra after every other thing in the world is taken care of. Have I lied yet? No.
No.
And then your extra money ain't even necessarily going to be extra. It's extra for you. Maybe give it to your kids or something. Go buy this new Hermes Constance purse you've seen. So he's making 30,000. He's making 400,000, and you got 70. I get it. I get that. That man is a top 5% man. You're talking CEOs, cardiologists. We're talking high earning men. They don't marry women who are 170 pounds. They marry women that tend to come from if they meet their wife, they met him early on in school. I get what you want, but I hope you make room for the possibility you don't want to take this arranged marriage situation because you don't want to have to work. Well, buckle up, sweetheart. You went to college, right? Did you have student loan
Yes.
debt?
No, I don't. My father paid for my
Okay.
school.
So, and you went to school for public health, right? So
Hmm.
you never intended to really have to take care of yourself, pay your way until you die.
No, I'm a daddy's
Okay,
girl,
but your daddy's
unfortunately.
married to your mama.
Yeah.
So in other words, you got to get your shit together, get out here and compete at the highest level. And I'm cool with
Yeah.
that. I am
Yeah.
cool with that. I am cool with that. But understand what it is what you're really saying you want from a man. You want him to basically sit you down for the rest of your life. That is a tall order. So I got to ask you, outside of the physical, what is he going to get in return?
For me, like I said, he's definitely gonna be growing up, from a different culture, like cooking, cleaning, emotional support, being able to talk to me about the ideas. Definitely my involvement with, our future children, hosting parties, hosting his friends come over. I'm a big celebrant. Like I love to have
So if I
birthday
asked your
parties and
if
game
I asked your
nights.
ex-boyfriends, what would they tell me? Would they tell me you're a very feminine, cooperative, submissive woman? Okay.
Yes, yes.
Okay. Um,
Like
so how did this work with this
my
last
mom
guy who
feels
was the
like my
call
dad.
center guy? How'd that happen? What I'm trying to understand is how a woman who wants basically a high level man end up with live with your mama call center dude.
Well, we went to school together, and he had a lot of
Oh,
potential.
okay.
He had a lot of potential, and the ultimatum that I gave him was that I'm moving to Houston, and if he can find a job in Houston that's better paying, then we can work
You were trying to
together.
make him something he was never going to be. How long were you guys together?
We were together for about 3.5
So the dick
years.
was good.
Whoa. Yeah, it was
No,
cool. It was
no,
cool.
no, no. Don't play with me.
It
No,
was.
you wasted your entire college years with all those potential. But I'm sorry, his potential was, what was his major?
Business
You
management.
don't have many business management people who come out of school banking. You're not dumb. He didn't have potential like that. He wasn't like pre-med or law. You did not date potential. You dated looks. And you tried to make him be something he wasn't. I do this in real life. Okay.
I agree
So
with
I know.
you.
So
No,
and
I definitely agree with you.
you wasted 3.5 years when you should have actively been out there dating uh, guys on the hit squad. Henry's in training. But the dick was good. So you wasted 3.5 years. You're gonna have to pay for that. You wasted 3.5 years and you allowed yourself to get over 200 pounds. Ma'am, I gotta be honest, you don't have the stats to qualify for that kind of man. Just based on, and this has nothing to do with you personally, but the competition is too stiff in Houston. They're not just looking for black women. You got Hispanic women, Dominican, Puerto Rican. There's a whole bevy of women out there in Houston who are not trying to have a man making $300,000 a year so she can just lay up on him. There are a lot of men who are just going to say, I'm not signing up for that deal. It sounds like you want more than you actually qualify for. And a lot of women are never told, you need to stay in your lane. You're not that kind of chick. If you'd have told me you were like a banging Instagram, you got a banging body, and I always have had that, we got something. I mean, you're a black woman, went to college, just like any other black woman. And I see your picture. You're a cute woman. You're an attractive woman. But is this a recent picture? Okay.
Yes.
How long is your natural hair?
It's to my shoulders.
Cool. I would say if I were working with you, I would tell you to back off of that look right there. It's overdone. Um, and the more natural, the better. Uh, and I would strongly consider listening to what your family has to say, because here's the alternative. I'm gonna grab somebody else. If you don't get with your family situation right,
Mm-hmm.
the chances of you going out and landing Blake Henry in Houston, slim to none. The competition is too,
But
okay.
I have,
You have what?
um, since I've been out here, like I have dated nice people, and I do think that I want to put the work in. Like I want to like lose the weight, and I want to like join these societies and
But
things
ma'am,
like that.
you dated
Um,
nice people. What does that mean? You went out on a date with them?
no, yeah, I went out to nice to. I dated
Right,
this guy who was an engineer,
right.
who was nice,
But
and
listen what I'm trying to
you
say though. You can date them all day long. They see, okay, dating a nice man and I'm sorry, let me unmute you. Dating oftentimes you ladies do this. He's like, I dated nice guys and but did any one of these guys say I will marry you?
hello,
Yeah, I'm muting everybody except lifestyle. The guys you dated, right?
yeah,
Okay. Did any of them say they would marry you?
no, not out here,
Okay,
not yet.
so you can't say that those count. You understand? That'd be
Okay,
like me saying, I dated a
yeah,
Victoria's Secret model, which I did. I dated a Victoria's Secret model. She was from Argentina, but I made no. But I couldn't sit around and say that she was gonna be my wife. Uh, and
yeah.
and I got to ask, if they dated, why aren't you dating right now?
Well, I was the whole
The guy you're talking about, the
the
guys you're talking about, why aren't you?
oh the guy. Why we not dating? Well, I kind of got the vibe that it wasn't going in the direction that like a serious
Right.
relationship, and then Corona
Were
had
you
happened,
guys
so
were
it
you
kind of
guys
just stopped.
physical? Okay,
No,
good. So what does that tell you? If a man at that level was not willing to be serious with you, what does that tell you?
yeah, that
No, I don't.
I'm
Say the
not
words.
his.
Say the words. Make it
Well,
real.
I'm not his. I'm not his type, and I needed to do work, so that's what I started doing.
Right. So what I'm
Well,
saying.
that's what I
Okay.
want to do.
And you gotta. So listen. That's a good thing to work on. You got to do the work. But if men at that level will kick it with you, have sex with you, but they won't commit to you, there's more than just the weight. See, I don't want you to walk away thinking that when you drop the weight, then all of a sudden these guys will marry you. That's just going to get you in consideration for the other ones. And how long are you giving yours? I see you. You guys keep coming in the chat room. I'm still working with her, and I'll get to you. How long are you giving yourself to lose the weight?
By the end of August.
Burr?
Yeah,
August, June, July,
yeah.
August. You're giving yourself 3 months to lose 50 pounds?
Yeah.
Are you having surgery?
No, I'm on this no carb diet. I work out 6 days a week, and I eat like 1,000 calories a day. It's
Okay.
keto, so I lose weight very fast
Okay.
on that. Hmm.
Okay. Whatever it is, I suggest you work with a personal trainer, because this is going to have to be a lifestyle change. That's why I said at the beginning of the show, if you want the kind of man you're talking about marrying, you're going to need an image consultant, personal trainer, and a matchmaker.
Do you? Yeah, and that's what I wanted to ask you. I am interested. I'm not cheap or anything like that. Like, do you do
Yep.
that? Do you know the
I don't.
matchmaker?
Well,
Do
I actually
you?
do the image consulting part. The matchmakers, I work with some matchmakers, but you're in Houston. I do the image consulting piece of it. I just put the link down in the description. What I'm going to do is I'm going to leave you in the panel. I'm going to answer some more questions, but you can stay on, okay? But I'm going to mute you.
Okay.
Yeah. No,
Thank
you can
you.
stay on.
Mhm.
See, she has something she can actually work with.
She's 25 and wants marriage, stability, and a soft life. Nothing wrong with that. But her choices aren't matching her goals. She moved from Philly to Houston chasing a better environment, but she's still defending the very habits holding her back, saying her weight is butt weight, not belly weight. doesn't change the reality that pregnancy adds more and long-term health matters if she wants a man who values discipline. Her family even wants to arrange a match for her, not because they're controlling, but because they don't trust her judgment. Honestly, her track record proves why. She turned down a solid guy in high school over career potential, yet the men she chose afterward were worse. Now she has a year to pick wisely before they step in. The real issue isn't the city or the men, it's her selection process. If she wants a stable, dependable partner, she has to build the habits and mindset that attract one. You can't ask for a quality life if you're not making quality choices.